Hi everyone. So we're going to do picking up something heavy off the floor and work on lengthening that back body and taking advantage of those really strong muscles. So I'm going to turn face this way. And most of the time when we pick up something heavy, or when we pick anything up really, we're kind of curving and picking it up. So I'm bending down, I'm curving my back, and that's how I pick the item up. Bending over, not really taking advantage. So practice picking something up a couple of times the way you normally would. And then I want you to try it with a flat back. So flat back would require you to bring your hips back in space, bring your butt back in space, and you're hinging at your hips, keeping your back nice and straight, then leaning over and picking up the item, all the while keeping that back nice and flat and straight, never curving it like this. Okay? So try that a few times. See if you feel like you understand the idea of bringing hips back in space, keeping back flat, picking up the item, bringing it to your chest. Now let's include some breathing. So let's spend some time in high kneel. If it's uncomfortable, you can put something underneath your knees. And let's get ourselves into a nice, healthy, neutral position. I want my hips underneath my rib cage. I want my pubic bone underneath my hips. And I want my head over my shoulders, which are right above my hips. And by head over my shoulders, I mean ears back. So that nice straight line. And I'm going to take some deep breaths here, breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth. Breathing in, expanding my lungs and ribs in these directions. My chest is getting bigger. My belly gets bigger. And then breathing out, everything comes back in together. After you've done some good, deep, three-dimensional breaths, let's practice picking up the weight. So breathing in through the nose, send your hips back in space, bend, hinge at the hips, and then I want you to lean toward the item and breathe out as you pick it up. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out as you put the weight back down with a flat back. Let's try it again. Breathe in through the nose. Send the hips back. Hinge at the hips. Breathe out as you pick up the weight. In through the nose. Out as you put the weight back down. All the while keeping a flat back. All right, let's take it one step further. Let's breathe in through the nose. Hinging. Breathing out, picking up the weight. Breathing in, putting one foot forward. Tucking my other foot, toes under. Breathing out, lifting straight up. Breathing in. Breathing out, coming back down to the floor. Switching legs. Take a nice good breath in between. and place your weight down. Let's try it with the other side. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out, picking up the weight. Breathing in, putting my knee forward. Tucking my other toes under. Breathing out, lifting straight up. Checking in that I'm nice and steady and aligned with my posture. Breathing in. Breathing out, coming back down to the floor. Breathing in. Placing my weight back down. Okay, you can take any amount of breaths that you need in high kneel, up in lunge to get yourself ready. It doesn't have to be a perfect rhythmic system in terms of breathe in, move, breathe out, move, breathe in, move, breathe out, move. But what we really want is always to exhale on heavy exertion. So if you have to put something heavy down, breathing out. If you have to pick something heavy up, breathing out. So just make sure you get another inhale breath in before you do the heavy thing, breathing out. And that's really what matters. So don't get too caught up on when you breathe, which foot you move. It's really more about just making sure that you're breathing out with those candle breaths on exertion, because that breathing out in that way is tightening up that transverse abdominis and helping the reflexive diaphragm and pelvic diaphragm to kick in. And that's what we're trying to work on, creating that healthy intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Talk to you soon.